If you've ever been told you're a mean mom, now you can say thank you. Mean Moms Club President Maureen LeBeau is here to tell us why a mean mom has the best Mother's Day. Plus, you're sharing some tips about different ages, what is appropriate to create the best outcome in your child rearing goals.
Absolutely. And being a mean mom, people think that sounds bad, but
Yeah.
it actually is a very good thing, because what that means is you have created a plan to grow your children, create children, raise children who are going to be responsible and compassionate, and you do that by having that plan and sticking with it. And that's really the main thing, is sticking with that plan, even when that makes you a mean mom, when they think you're mean.
Exactly. And you have a wonderful example. I mean, you don't just talk the talk, you walk the walk. You have two boys, and you know they're now full grown. You've raised them tremendously using all these principles, and unfortunately your mom passed away 3 months ago, but you have a wonderful story of what lengths your boys went through to spend time with her before she died.
Right. And what that showed me, my mother was diagnosed with aggressive cancer a few months ago, given 8 weeks to live. But first thing my sons both said was, when can I see her 2,000 miles away? And what can I do for her? They spent a weekend creating last memories, building a snowman, baking Christmas cookies. That was just phenomenal. And what it showed me was that my goal to raise them as compassionate, responsible adults really was met, and then some. And so that was just phenomenal for me. I'm just in awe of them. I'm so proud of them.
Well, and kudos to you for sticking with that plan. And I know it's not always easy, and you're saying that for each age, there are really different things that kids need in order to follow through with that plan.
Right, exactly. You need to have that plan, and you need to know what you're going to do at those different ages to get them through that plan. So to raise responsible, compassionate kids, you need to look at each of those stages. So for instance, as an infant, what an infant needs is to know that their needs will be met, and so they need to know that their needs are going to be met and that they're going to have positive social interactions. So you want to make sure that you meet those needs as soon as possible and that you give them that social interaction. Toddlers need to know they're starting to explore their world, and so as they explore that world, you need to give them that independence, however, keep them protected because it's brand new to them.
My sister, who has a 5-year-old, will always say, like, if her son says, "Mommy, you're so mean," she's like, "Well, my first job is to keep you safe."
Absolutely. That is the key. And one of the ways that we keep them safe is creating those boundaries. And so at each age, at each of those stages, we're creating those boundaries. So
preschoolers, I mean, that's an age where kids are kind of, they're going hog wild.
Right. So as toddlers, they're starting to be aware that there are other people in their world. As preschoolers, in order to raise them this way, we need to help them interact with those people and make them part of their world. So giving them those opportunities to be with other kids and to learn to share, and that's why we do that with preschoolers.
And as the kids get a little bit older and they're, say, in elementary school, then their needs even change again.
Right. At school age now, because they are learning about people all around them, to raise them to be this way, you want to give them opportunities to be with kids of different types and to learn to accept kids of different types. So get them in diverse groups.
You started the Mean Moms Club about 1.5 years ago, and of course some books have come from that as well. Tell us a little bit about this book that we are going to have some free copies of for our viewers later on today.
The book actually is a foundation of 7 rules, and those 7 rules are going to help you create that plan. So it starts with, I'm going to be the perfect mom, yeah, right, because none of us are.
The P word.
Yeah, and being okay with that. And then some developmental stages, which is the things that I'm talking about now, and then also helping them, learning how to set those boundaries. What's realistic, what makes sense. And so it's a whole set of rules that you can create a foundation for setting that plan up.
I'm just so curious, when you talk to your boys and they, booked their tickets, went to Wisconsin, you said they had no money.
No.
What was their reaction? They said, I mean, were they like, well, we have to do this, or
Absolutely.
we want to do this?
We want to do this. The first thing they said was, when can I see her and what can I do for her? And they not only supported her, but supported me, and did not even give that a second thought. Gave up their time, gave up the money that they're both struggling, working like we all are.
Yeah.
Didn't even think of it. And so that to me just really proved that all these things I did, absolutely.
It's a big question. I know your mom just recently passed away. Was she a mean mom?
She was the original Mean Mom.
Okay, you learned from the best.
Absolutely. Very common sense, very structured, very, this is what I want for you, this is how we're going to get there.
But if people didn't come raised from that structure, it's still possible.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Yeah, and they can use that book. And there's a new program coming out shortly, the Mean Moms Coaching Program, that will actually be concrete planning guides to help them set that up as well.
Oh, Maureen,
Yeah.
we're so glad to have you on today. And we're just offering a couple of books to our viewers today. And they're going to be free copies of it on our raffle page starting at 11 a.m. Hey, are your kids saying that, you know, that you're mean? Well, good, good. Now you can get even a little bit meaner and steer them in the right direction to help them be wonderful, compassionate, responsible kids who are going to want to fly across the country to go visit a relative because that's just the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Maureen, thank you so much
Well,
for joining us
thank you for letting me
today.
share that.
You got it.